Hello. Today I want to talk about Alfred von Schlieffen. Schlieffen was the chief of the German Imperial General Staff from 1891 through to 1906 and is now best remembered for the Schlieffen Plan that formed the main element in German strategic planning at the start of the First World War. Schlieffen was born in Berlin in 1833 into an old Prussian noble family and grew up on the family estate in Silesia. Although his father was an army officer, the young Schlieffen initially intended to follow a civilian occupation and studied law at university. However, during his period of compulsory military service in 1853, his abilities attracted attention, and he was chosen as an officer candidate, subsequently serving as an army officer for over half a century. Although he married, his wife later died, and he devoted his life to army service. Admitted to the General War School in 1858 at the relatively young age of 25, he graduated with high honors and was initially assigned to the Topographic Bureau of the Prussian General Staff, gaining a sound understanding of the geographical factors involved in warfare. He was transferred to the General Staff itself in 1865 and was present during the Battle of Königgrätz during the short Austro-Prussian War of 1866, and also served as a junior commander in the Franco-Prussian War of 1870. He subsequently became the head of the Military History Division of the Imperial General Staff, and was himself the author of an influential study of the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC during the war between Hannibal and the Romans. On the General Staff he worked alongside Moltke the Elder and Waldersee and occupied various senior positions until being appointed as head of the General Staff in 1891, in which post he remained until his forced retirement in 1906 at the age of 72. He died in January 1913, a mere 19 months before the outbreak of World War I. As Chief of the General Staff, he strictly avoided political involvements and ambitions, unlike his predecessor, Waldersee, and adopted an essentially technocratic approach to the planning for future war. Like other senior officers, Schlieffen decided that a war between Imperial Germany and the FrancoPrussian Alliance was inevitable. Entered into in 1892, the alliance guaranteed that the two powers would support each other in the event of war. This presented Germany with the possibility of a two-front war, simultaneously against Russia in the east and France in the southwest. Schlieffen developed a series of possible plans to secure victory against two strong opponents, and it is the final version of these which formed the basis for the modified Schlieffen Plan, used unsuccessfully at the start of World War I have a separate video on the Schlieffen Plan itself, and at some point in the future we'll also prepare a video describing the implementation of that plan in 1914. Although in practice the Schlieffen Plan didn't actually work, the conceptualization of it and Schlieffen's analysis of the Battle of Cannae, which had helped shape his thinking, were extremely influential both within Germany and internationally. The ideas of flanking attacks, deep penetration and encirclement were not new, but were clearly given new life by Schlieffen, with his doctrine that massive, well-executed flanking moves could make a decisive difference in modern warfare. This was clearly evident during World War II, with both the German and American high commands having been profoundly influenced by Schlieffen, but, unlike him, being able to utilize more effective means of moving large numbers of men and their supplies. Both realized that speed was of the essence here, as most clearly expressed in the concept of blitzkrieg, in which the advancing army combined the use of tanks, motorized infantry, and air support to deliver devastating and often decisive blows. Thank you for listening.